Hi guys, and welcome to the live stream, making sure that everything is working here because sometimes things can go wrong, as we all know. I'm so happy to have you here and to be working on whatever you're working on today. I'm thrilled to have you join me and to be part of this whole live stream. I wanted to just tell you guys though that we're going to change the day of the live stream starting October 6th. I'm traveling for most of the rest of the month, so we'll have a live stream on Monday, and then I'm out of town the rest of the month, and so I won't be having any live streams. We'll go back to having them regularly on a Friday, just once a week on a Friday, starting October 6th. I know twice a week was really fun, but it was also really hard to fit in among my job, and so I decided that we would just do one longer one on Fridays, and so we'll go for an hour. We'll do a couple extra sprints from what we normally do, and you'll have more time to do that. And we'll see how that goes. And if it's super popular, maybe we'll extend the time or whatever. I'm really here to try to get this together for you. And I also thought that like a Friday sprint would allow you to go into the weekend all charged up to be creative and to write. And if you look on my channel, I have a couple of Saturday scene challenges. Hi, Brenda. A couple of Saturday scene challenges where you can take those and try those on a Saturday, because a lot of times I end up doing my fiction on Saturdays and Sundays or early in the morning before I get my regular work day started. So if you're one of those people too, then those can help you out and get you jump started. Nice to see you, Half a Mo. So just to make sure you guys know, live streams are going to switch to Fridays. The next one we have, the only other one we have in September, is Monday. And then we don't have any more because I don't have any more time. I'm going to be traveling. Nice to see you, Cheryl. I also wanted to share a super cool thing that, remember last week I was working on something that was super secret and I couldn't tell anybody about? Well, it's finished and it's out and I got approval to share it. So here is my super cool thing. I am writing short stories for character backgrounds for a soon-to-be released RTS video game. Don't ask me anything about video games. I don't play video games, so I'm not like a super video game expert. But it was super cool to take these characters that they had created in a virtual world and give them stories that sort of tied the game world in with what I thought the character would have. And of course, I created a haunted, tortured main commander character. And I'm working on a bunch more of these, so keep an eye out for them. I think we'll be releasing them like every couple weeks. The channel that has this, infinitecontrol.com, is the website, and I think it's Fat Squatch Games that has the channel, has been doing like images and voices of these characters, which is kind of cool. So you'll get those first, and then the stories will come second as I'm creating them. So nice to see you, Heather, and everybody else that's here. And if you're watching from Facebook, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Or if you're watching from the YouTube channel, I'm happy you're here. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you click subscribe because you don't want to miss any of these live streams or my multi-part character development video series that I have coming out. Oh, Half a Mo's youngest is in university learning game design and production. That's super cool. Yeah, I think that would have been something creative that I would have done had that kind of thing been around when ancient old me had been going to college. They weren't even a thing back then. That I think we had a Nintendo 64 when I was in college. So that's not something that I would have been able to pursue. So we're going to do our 3 sprints today. If this is your first time here, we do 3 sprints and they're about 10 minutes. I play some music. You guys write as fast as you can. I actually have to create a PowerPoint, but I think I'm going to sneak in some writing too, because I've got to teach how to show not tell here in person in Clearwater next week. And so I've definitely got to get that PowerPoint done. But I definitely want to write as well. So I think I might start that other game character today. Let me know in the comments what you're doing. And in between all of our sprints, I answer your questions. So if you have a question about character development or your plot or your dialogue or whatever you're writing, then just drop them in there and I will see them as soon as we come back from the sprint. So we'll just do heads down and start there. I think that's it. Let me know where you're coming from and what you're working on, because I'm always happy to get to know all of you. And I know that just looking at the crowd that's here today, people are coming from all over the world, which is always so super cool. I think it's amazing how we can sort of join up and be in different parts of the world. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can still drop comments drop comments down in the box, because I will still see them and I will still be able to answer them. And your question may just be the next video that I record, because if you have that question, chances are somebody else does too. So Wendy is flipping the point of view of the scene she worked on Monday. That's a really cool trick. I have done that before, because sometimes what I want to write isn't coming out as strong as it could. So my quick tip for that is to put the scene in the point of view of the character that has the most to learn or the most to lose, because that ups the stakes naturally when you do that. So that's kind of a cool way to do point of view. Which character has the most to learn or the most to lose, and you choose that one. And Cheryl, I don't know about Renaissance woman. I'm just one tired woman, because I do a lot. And if you are in the Fort Wayne, Indiana area, by the way, I will be there on September 26th. We're going to have our first live in-person event. I'm so excited about that. And if you're in Salt Lake City, Utah, just happen to be there, I'm going to the Unicon conference September 22nd to 24th. So let me know, because I would love to have a Writing Compelling Fiction meet up there too. I just didn't have enough time to throw it on the schedule. So let's get started on our first sprint, because that's what everybody is here for, is to write. And I think we need to get some words on the page. Let me change this to 10 minutes from what I had it on before. And I'm going to work on my stuff, and you guys can work on yours, and we will come back in 10 minutes as soon as I start the music. So see you soon. Well, there we're back. That was quick. I started the other short story for the video game because I had an idea and I just wanted to start getting it down. How did your writing go? What did you guys work on? And I know Cheryl's doing the highlighter method and Wendy is changing the point of view. So let me know how that went. And Cheryl said she doesn't know anybody else who helps birth butterflies. Actually, my mother-in-law is the one that got me started on it. And my husband says she created a monster because I saw her little habitat because she does a few each year. And then I bought a ginormous habitat and went all in. So this year has not been a good butterfly year. I've been kind of just leaving them alone because it has been so incredibly hot in Florida. And although we had, I think, 25 so far this year, I just kind of have been letting Mother Nature do her thing for now until the temperatures drop a little bit. I haven't seen as many butterflies in my yard, even though I have a butterfly garden. I planted all these native pollinator plants. I get really passionate about that whole thing, sorry. But yes, that is one of the things that I do on the side. And then there's an app for the Moonlight Magnolias conference that I'm speaking at in October. And one of the questions, the icebreaker questions, was about what do you have for a hobby, and it's that. And Wendy, I'm so sorry you've been sick. I had a little bit of something over the weekend too. I don't know, maybe it's just something going around. But yay, on 123 words, it's like 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street with the 123. I did like 215 words, I guess, on that little short story because I haven't worked it all out in my head yet, so it'll go a little bit slow. And so Wendy is changing her point of view from the male main character to the female main character. And yes, I think sometimes that does make it just stronger, like I said earlier. And Cheryl's finished her book with the highlighter method. So you guys are all super busy over there. And Heather, I love that you have a native habitat in your garden. And by the name Butterfly Sage, I assume that's why. I'll just do my little political rant right here for a second. It is super important that we give a habitat to butterflies and bees and other pollinators, because if you watch the documentary on Amazon about bees, you will be horrified at how few we have in the world and how that will affect everything in the world. So anyways, I'm super passionate about it. Now, in case you missed it, if you logged on late, I did share in the comments the really cool little short story I did for Infinite Control for their upcoming video game. And that also brings you to the Circle community, which is free. So I encourage you to sign up there, because what you will find there is the master character plan, which is in my latest video, which I'm going to pull up a link for you on the latest video. And it's part 1 of how to create awesome characters. It just dropped, and I would love for you guys to watch it and see what you think and let me know if you agree with some of these techniques for creating awesome characters. And yes, Wendy, I think everybody should be very passionate about that. And I'm so glad that your husband was too, because it's a super important thing. And I could get into like a whole book on that. I love Barbara Kingsolver's books for that reason, because she really talks about the effects of even like the mosquitoes on, say, the gray wolf population. It's amazing how she talks about that. So that was the link to the first part of my Creating Amazing Characters videos. I'm going to have another one, and you will see in the video that there is a link to download the free character master plan, which I'm going to walk you through step by step in the video series. So that helps you really develop a character from scratch. I think that was all that I had for this particular 10 minutes. So we will come back in 10 more minutes. We'll do another 10 minutes of writing, and we'll come back in another 10 minutes. And any other questions, drop them in the comments. There we go, another 10 minutes. We have one more left. When I start the Friday ones, I think I'm going to try to do 4 sprints or do longer, maybe 15-minute sprints. I haven't decided yet what I think would work best. If you guys have any input on that, go ahead and let me know, because I'm happy to do whatever works best for you. I kind of like the 10 minutes because I'm lazy, so I would love to just do the 10 minutes and get in and get out and get the pages, because sometimes after 10 minutes I start getting a little stuck and I've got to think through the plot. What I like about the very short sprints is that I can't think. I have to just write to get them done. So that's been pretty cool. I did another couple hundred words on the short story, and I know where I want to go with it, but I'm not sure how I'm going to express what I want to say. So I have like a little twist at the ending that I want to add in there, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. Fridays, yes, Brenda, will still be at 4 p.m. We're starting that October 6th. I don't know if I'll do it any later or anything like that, because it is a Friday, and Half a Mo this is a great time for her over in the UK and for some of the other people that are in other parts of the world. So I'm thinking 4 p.m. is a great time still, because it works out globally, more or less. So it's hard to find a time that works for everybody, but I'm going to try to stick with that for now and see how that goes. I just want it to be like a regular thing so that everybody can count on it. The Mondays and Thursdays I sort of just slotted in there into my schedule, and now I'm only got the 19th that I can do this, and then I'm out of town the rest of the time. So I can't do any others until October 6th. So we won't have any time for a little while. Hopefully everybody signs up for the next live when I schedule it, so that you're notified and you remember when it comes. I did want to talk about the book club for the Circle community, which this is the free part, into the free part. The Writing Compelling Fiction Book Club, we talk about a different book every month. So this month we're doing The Stranger Inside by Lisa Unger, which I'm really enjoying, but I have to hurry up and start reading because I only got like 15, 16 days left in the month. But I wanted to do All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Dare, I don't even know how to say his name, on October, because Netflix is coming out with a series based on that book in November, and I thought it would be really cool to read that all together and then talk about the series and how they changed it from that. I kind of missed the boat for the last thing he told me, but I did see the series and read the book. I think I read the book first, and then I get all mad when the series doesn't stick close to it. I understand why, because sometimes they have other things to do. But I thought it'd be really cool to do All the Light We Cannot See, which I had read before, but I'm going to reread because I've forgotten most of it. And I remember it was a brilliant book. So I'm excited to read that. And so join me if you like domestic suspense. That is what Lisa Unger's book is. Or if you really want to compare the Netflix to the book, which is what our October read will be. Wendy, great job, 136. And Half a Mo is just kind of shifting things around. I do that sometimes. I worked on a book one time for a client that was like 170,000 words. It was really long. We took it down to, I believe, 120,000. And a lot of it was just a jigsaw puzzle where I'd put this here and that there and move this and transition that. And because it was a memoir, so he had a lot of story in there, but it wasn't necessarily in the right order. And as tedious as that can be, I love that part of a book, of just like figuring out the jigsaw puzzle. And yay, Linda, hopefully you pick up the book club book, either one of them. I'll make an announcement about the Anthony Dare book when I get it in my little hands. I just ordered it from Amazon today, and put that up on the page. And I'll be posting some stuff about the Stranger Inside on the book club page this weekend, because I'll be reading more tonight. And Brenda, awesome that you're reading it too. I saw that on the app for the conference that you had mentioned that. And Kathy, so glad to see you. No problem being late. Just a note in case you missed it, we're switching these. We're doing the 19th for the next one, Monday the 19th. And then we're not having any more for the rest of September because I'm out of town. And then we're switching to Fridays in October. So October 6th will be the one after that. Because that way I can kind of make it fit better with my schedule, and hopefully Friday works out and can get everybody kicked off for a weekend of writing. All right, so we have one more sprint. Let's get that done. And oh, thank you, Heather, because I think if you analyze other books that are really good, it teaches you a lot about how to write your own book, which is why I started the book club. Okay, so let's start the last sprint and get our last 10 minutes in, and let's go at it and see what we can get done. I would love to get through most of this story, so we'll see. That always goes so fast, doesn't it? I didn't finish the story, but I did get a little bit further, so I'm excited. Oh, it's Monday the 18th or the 19th. Yes, Monday is the 19th. I could get the date wrong. That's highly likely. I had a total blonde moment this week. I have many of those, so don't worry about it if it's wrong. But the next live stream is Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we're going to switch to Fridays on October 6th. So, and if you want to do sprints in between, or you want to have some encouragement, then go over to the Circle community, because maybe I can set up some kind of a writing prompt or do something over there while I'm out of town, so that you guys can still have some writing motivation. And I'm so glad, Brenda, that you're not stuck in your story anymore. That's the whole goal, is to just write through it and get to the next point in the story. I encourage you guys again to watch the whole character series on my YouTube channel and download the master plan that I put together. It is both in the Circle community as a resource, and there is also links in my YouTube description that I just put up for the character video, so that you can get that. And yes, Half a Mo, I agree that you don't think, because you're just like, okay, it's only 10 minutes. I can do anything for 10 minutes. So I'm so grateful that you all were here with me today, and I'm so excited to see you again on Monday. I hope you all have a great writing weekend, and if you need some prompts, there's plenty of those on my YouTube channel. There's 15-minute fiction and Saturday scene challenges that I loaded when I first started out, so check those out. And in between, I will keep loading stuff on the channel and on the Circle community. So thank you all for being here, and I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. Bye, guys.